In 4 minutes, we're going on to Sewell. Shortcut over that ridge. Check your weapons!
Dragon 2. Dragon 2. Come in, Dragon 2. Over.
Dragon 2.
Dragon 2. Come in, Dragon 2.
Hey, Lieutenant. Dragon 6.
Come in, Dragon 2. What is your position? Over.
Dragon 6, this is Dragon 2. I'm about 150 yards south of Kimpo Road. 400 yards dead ahead are hills 107 and 109.
Describe 107 and 109.
Yeah, they look like a lady sunbather.
On her back or on her stomach?
On her back.
You're zeroed in. Move out.
Roger. Come on, you guys, let's go!
I'm beaten, that's for sure.
Nolans, how come you're over here at cotton picking time?
Listen, Sarge, when I heard the South was fighting the North, nothing could keep me out of it.
Hey, Orlando, what do they usually serve at Romanoff's on Tuesday night?
Tuesday? That was generally tornado beef.
What's that?
Well, it's the choicest beef there is. Like a Chateaubriand, you know.
No.
What do you know about it, busboy?
Look, I was a cook, buddy. I know all about it. Just like this tornado beef I was telling you about. Well, you take this choice beef and you broil it in butter, very lightly, and then you garnish it with mushrooms. And don't leave it on the fire too long, because it spoils the flavor.
Here, have some slum gullion, Chef.
As you were. Better get all the shut-eye you can. We're pulling out at 0430. McKelvey.
Yes, sir.
Any more casualties?
No, sir. Everybody present accounted for, sir. You can sack over there.
Right. Lieutenant, sir.
Yeah?
Did we run all them gooks out of Soap?
No, the place is still crawling with snipers. You guys better look sharp if you want to make it out of town in the morning. Keep your eyes on all the windows, doorways, and rooftops.
Lamp, sir. Did you get it today, or...?
No, that's an old one I got down around Pusan. Every once in a while, my leg starts acting up a little.
Shouldn't the corpsman take a look at it?
Not necessary, Mac. Thanks. Better get some shut-eye.
Yes, sir.
Pusan. The hospital in Japan. It all seems so long ago.
Time for your highball, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I know. Orange juice. So, where's the vodka?
Oh, in your chair. You've been parading up and down long enough.
Look, my leg's in just as good shape as yours. Well, almost.
I know what you mean, Lieutenant. These things take time.
Yeah, 3 whole weeks.
You know, with all the lead they dug out of your leg, you're lucky to be here at all. Relax, the war will wait for you.
Not this landing that's coming up, Mary. My outfit will be in it.
Eager beaver, huh? They'll let you out as soon as you're fit.
I'm fit now. I need this wheelchair like I need a case of measles.
You know, the way you carry on, I'm beginning to think I get on your nerves.
Well, you do. That's the only thing I'm going to miss about this place. Listen, Mary. You know how I feel about you.
Feeling normal again, Lieutenant. You better stay, Ferguson. Now, let's have a look. Extend your legs straight out. Fine. Stand up. Put all your weight on your right foot. Now bend your knees. Again. Feel all right?
Fine, perfect.
Now, let's see you walk. Now back. Okay, Lieutenant. You've got it. I'll arrange for your discharge, and you can go back to active duty tomorrow. Good luck.
Thanks, Doc, for everything.
Carry on, Lieutenant.
Come over here. Now, listen. This is my last night in Japan, and you're spending it with me.
Frank, I can't.
You mean it's so rough you have to stay on duty around the clock? Look, you want me to mope around the officers' club by myself? Start thinking about you, get pie-eyed, take a sock at a general, wind up in the brig?
No.
All right, Lieutenant Ferguson. Be prepared to do the town with Lieutenant Davis tonight. He'll pick you up at 1800.
But-
That's an order.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Oh.
This sure has the officers' club beat a mile.
I told you, best sukiyaki in town.
No, it isn't just the food, Mary. This way I've got you all to myself. And this is the way I want to remember you till we're together again.
Frank.
And we will be together again, Mary, someday. Soon. You can make book on it. Here's to that day, honey. You know, I'm glad you've never been to California. It'll be great showing you around. Our place is on a hillside. 60-acre ranch. You like my dad. Boy, he'll be crazy about you. What's the matter, Mary?
Frank, we don't have to play games. Not you and I. I know how you feel. Don't you think that a lot of people just think they're in love because they're really lonely? It happens in war.
Oh, so that's what's bothering you, huh? Wounded soldier falls in love with nurse because he's lonesome. That the way you got it doped out?
Yeah, something like that.
That's when you're wrong. The soldier's grown up, Mary, and he's been around. And he knows what he wants. And he knows when he's found her, Mary. Here we go. Arigato. Just look at us, Mary. Farm girl from Minnesota, rancher from California. I tell you, we're a natural. Made for each other.
You seem mighty positive.
Positive. Listen, I'm absolutely certain.
Frank, I've got to tell you something.
Now, what were you going to say?
Take care of yourself, darling. Good luck.
Hey, Teach. You have to call me Teach.
Well, I mean, you went to school and everything. Everybody thinks you're pretty smart.
Being an engineer takes a lot of work. You need a good, solid background.
Hey, you know something? The only time I ever went to school was to get out of the rain. Well, I mean, I went to work when I was 9. And I've been working ever since, until this outfit caught up with me. Well, that's a pretty solid background, too, isn't it? Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Throwing those grenades is just like shot putting. I mean, that's how you learned it, right?
Sort of. All that ever mattered at a track meet was distance. Now it's where they land.
Yeah, but I mean, the point is you learned it in college. You learned a whole lot of other stuff, too, but so far that's the only practical good all this education did for you, right? Right.
Though the 5-day battle for Seoul had been bitter and costly, the North Koreans suffered staggering losses. And as their shattered remnants withdrew to the north and east, it looked as if they might flee all the way to Manchuria. The newly captured airfield at Yansung was already in use when Able and Charlie companies bivouacked there for what promised to be a peaceful night.
Hey, you guys can sack out easy tonight. 1 million planes are here loaded with blockbusters. They're gonna wipe the rest of the gooks right off the map.
Now you're talking. Good old Air Force.
Now you're both nuts. We'll be here for years. You knock one down and 6 more jump up.
Oh, you're crazy, man. We'll be digging out here in nothing flat.
I sure hope they rotate me. I'd like to be home for a white Christmas.
White Christmas? In New Orleans? You must be thinking about cotton.
Hey, Los Angeles Chronicle. Fill me in, man. What's happening stateside?
Now, what's happening stateside? What's always happening stateside? Get a load of this. Float like a cloud in this lovely negligee created by Marcel. Filmy chiffon over lustrous eggshell satin, lavished with lace. Daring decollete?
Here, let go of that paper, boy. You're too young to be reading that.
Hey, don't you tell us.
Now, wait a minute. What's that?
That's just some more planes.
Our planes wouldn't be dropping flares. Those are gooks.
Attention all basic personnel.
Right, sir. Roll your men out. On the double.
Yes, sir. This is Red Alert. Repeat. This is Red
All right, you guys, everybody out and take cover.
Well, how you doing, son?
Fine, sir. The bullet just grazed me. I only have to be in sick bay a couple more days.
Sure. The boys have missed you. And you fancy cooking.
Tell them I'll be back Friday, just in time for bouillabaisse. You know, corbina and sea bass and big chunks of lobster and plenty of oysters and shrimp. And the more shellfish you have, the better it is.
Battle fatigue.
Anything I can do for you, Orlando?
Oh, no, sir, thanks. We got plenty of everything. Even good-looking nurses.
Hey, it is battle fatigue.
Frank. I've been so worried about you.
What in the world are you doing here?
I've been given a new assignment. Ferrying relief nurses to the hospital ship at Incheon. Our plane developed engine trouble, so we sat down here for repairs. So we're keeping ourselves busy till takeoff time.
Listen, Mary, I've got to talk to you. When?
Well, meet me at 1800 out front. I've got to talk to you, Frank.
Okay.
Okay.
Ever since Busan.
Frank, no, please, I've got to tell you something.
Oh, baby, there's a million things I want to tell you.
Frank, will you listen to me, please?
Mary, what is it?
Oh, Frank, I knew what was happening to us. I tried to stop it, but I couldn't. There's someone else, Frank. There has been since long before I met you.
What?
I met him at Quantico, a Navy surgeon. We were on the hospital staff together. A wonderful person whom I admired tremendously. We're engaged, Frank. He's being sent to Yokosuka due next week.
Well, that's just great.
Oh, I guess I made a terrible mess of everything. I can't expect you to understand. I don't even understand it myself.
Oh, I understand, Mary. You had me figured just that way once before. Lonesome. Just looking for a passing romance. Anything to keep from being bored. Only I happen to have meant it.
Oh, Frank, you made me forget everything. I tried to tell you that night in the garden of the tea house. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not wanting to spoil our last moment. Not knowing if I'd ever see you again.
Mary. Look at me. You don't love this guy, do you?
I think of him. I don't know. And then I see you and I get all confused.
You get all confused.
I'm trying to tell you, Frank. I'm sorry. I can't do anything else.
You're sorry. And that makes everything all right, is that it?
Chop, chop, Mary. Plane's leaving in 5 minutes. Oh, all right. I'll be there in a minute. Frank, what can I say?
I think you've said it all, Mary.
Goodbye, Frank.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pick up my cup.
I said, I'm sorry, Mac.
Pick up my cup.
Now, I ain't chortling.
I don't care what you are. Pick up my cup.
Now, don't get me right.
You dropped it. Pick it up.
If I start messing with you, you're not gonna call that buddy Teach.
I don't need my buddy Teach.
Ah! Now, where? You fat!
Get up.
Oh, come on, Chico. Knock it off.
I said knock it off! Knock it off! Let him go. What's this all about?
Personal differences, sir. Just a little horseplay.
Never mind making excuses for them, Teach. You got something you want to sound off about New Orleans?
No, sir.
You, Corporal?
No, sir.
All right, then save it for the gooks. If I catch you guys beefing one more time, I'm going to personally knock your heads together. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Carry on.
In the morning, during briefing, Lieutenant Colonel Struthers was notified that an enemy tank column had been sighted advancing on Canyi, apparently for the purpose of destroying the ammo that was stored there.
Well, somebody tipped them off, sir. That's obvious. Half the natives running to our rear are either North Korean soldiers in civilian clothes or Red sympathizers. We can't shoot all the natives on suspicion. Yes, sir. Right away. Out. Well, they don't know where the ammo is, so they'll blast everything in sight and hope for a lucky hit. Clear the civilians out of town. Evacuate our wounded from that aid station and pack them off in trucks. We're promised an airstrike to take care of those tanks, and we'll get every caviar can. What outfit is this, Major?
Able Company, sir. Second platoon.
They seem to have an excellent chef. Word of this gets around, I imagine there'll be quite a rash of requests for transfers.
Yes, sir.
Mine will be on top. Tenderloin of beef en pochette. Wild rice. Let's go, driver. I'm getting hungry.
By the end end of October, the victorious UN forces had largely destroyed the original invading North Korean army and had taken more than 135,000 prisoners. And we learned they were Chinese. Now there was a formidable new enemy to contend with, along with snow and bitter cold. It was 3 above zero when our battalion made camp near the chosen reservoir.
What's that, sir?
On in, Mac.
The colonel set the briefing for 1800.
Fine. Sit down, Mac. Thaw out a little bit.
Thank you, sir. I know it's none of my business, sir, but I thought that was all over.
Oh, this? This is just a letter of apology, Mac. No, it isn't. I'm just trying to move in again. What's the use of kidding myself?
Well, you can't blame a man for trying.
No, Mac. I just feel like a guy that sneaks around after the husband's gone to the office, you know?
Only one difference, sir. No husband yet.
How many Chinese have poured across the Yellow is impossible to guess. But considerable numbers are assembling north of the Naktung, here and here, apparently to launch a counteroffensive. Probing attacks can come at any time, anywhere, and they may hit us next. Instruct your units to maintain 90% alert. In the morning, we'll send a patrol north to Chinyang. This village has been battered by our Air Force, and we thought it had been abandoned. Now we hear the enemy is back and building up strength there. If so, it's a threat to our flank, and it must be wiped out. Lieutenant, you're in charge of the patrol.
Yes, sir.
Another thing. We received an AFN bulletin that a C-47 is down somewhere in this area. So be on the lookout for the wreckage and any survivors. Last we heard of the pilot, he was battling a severe storm over the Taktong Pass, somewhere in here. Then the radio went dead.
Sergeant, have the men on the road and ready to move out at 0530.
Yes, sir.
And Sergeant, see that they check their equipment thoroughly. In this weather, this could be a tough assignment.
Yes, sir.
Keep your head down! Everybody else, on your
Here they come, sir.
Artillery and rocket fire, zones 30, 40, Choctaw. Give it all you got. Pour it on them. Out.
daybreak, we moved out for Chinyang, 25 miles away. A bazooka team in the middle so it could be rushed to the point or aft, wherever it might be needed. In addition to ammo, gas, and rations, each vehicle carried medical supplies. And every man wore clean, dry socks, with enough in reserve to change twice a day. As the uneventful trek continued, we failed to sight the enemy, nor find any trace of the missing plane. Between checkpoints 3 and 4, I noticed a commotion at the point.
What you got there, Wexler?
Flanker's just brought in a wounded man, sir.
This native came running out of a hut and waved us down, sir. We found this wounded Air Force man in the shack. Says he was a pilot of that C-47.
How bad is he?
Pretty weak, sir. He's lost a lot of blood. Machine gun slug tore through his chest. His legs are nearly gone from frostbite.
Hey, can you talk?
I'm Captain Herndon. Engine conked out. I made a pancake landing in the snow. Chinese patrol. Shot my co-pilot and crew chief. He left me for dead. Captured nurses.
Nurses? Captain, were those Navy nurses aboard that plane?
Yeah. En route, Yokosuka, to hospital ship. Incheon.
Mary Ferguson?
Yeah. She's in charge. Taken with the others. I heard Chinese leader say Young.
Chinyang? When was this?
I couldn't say.
I blacked out. He needs attention pretty badly, sir. Surgery.
All right, Gilchrist. Get him in the Jeep and take him to battalion. Be careful with him.
We will, sir. Let's go.
That man and his wife, they saved my life. Anything you can do for them, I'd appreciate it.
Sure. Orlando! See that this man gets a good supply of rations for 2.
Yes, sir.
All right, take him out. Chinyang must be about 7 miles from here. What do you say, Sergeant?
Just about right, sir. The approach seems to be on high ground, and the town's in the valley.
Yeah. Give me a couple of scouts up here.
Yes, sir.
Pacheco, Pete.
It's beginning to look as if the Major's information is correct. It's anybody's guess how many men are there. Now look, take my Jeep. I want you to get as close to Chinyang as you can. See how many Chinese are there, what defenses they've got. Find out all you can about the nurses. I want a good Indian job, understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, shove off. Good luck. Let's move, Sarge.
Okay, let's go.
All right, Gyries. Get those men out. Up. Move. Up. Move.
What is it you wish to speak to me about?
The treatment we're getting. Our quarters. The food. The filthy, degrading work you're forcing us to do.
You are lucky to be alive, Miss Ferguson. Things would be much worse if you had not fallen in the hands of a kind officer.
Kind officer. But we're shoved around like cattle, given garbage to eat.
It is the same food the men get.
We get what your men leave. Didn't you ever hear of the Geneva Convention?
Geneva Convention is something Western people forget when victors in battle. Something they remember when tide goes the other way. In a few days, you and other nurses will be sent to prison camp. Life is hard there. You will look back with longing on days you spent in Xinjiang. But it's not necessary you go this prison camp, Miss Ferguson. You be a little agreeable, and I see that nothing happens to you.
Joy!
I didn't let my mind dwell on what I was afraid we'd find out. Instead, kept hoping for a miracle. We'd almost reached Xinjiang when Teach and Checo returned from reconnaissance with a very frightened Chinese prisoner in tow.
The Chinese still have the village, sir. We hijacked the sentry to get information. The nurses are still there if we can dig his sign language.
Good work, Teach. And Heffley, get Charlie's son over here.
Yes, sir. Charlie's son, front and center.
Well, this is as far as we can go, Lieutenant. The village is right over that hill. You can see it from right there.
Charlie, ask this man about the nurses. Get the truth out of him. Tell him if he lies, we'll cut his throat.
喂，你知道啲事女係知唔知啊？你講咋？人哋講壞咧，我就殺死你話！
唔好生啊！唔好生啊！
快啲講啊！
啲侍女冇事過，還生啊！
He said all 5 nurses are still alive, sir.
Ask him where they're holding them.
佢哋拉咗啲侍女，運喺邊處？
喺侍女間度嘅禮拜堂喺嘅村邊喎。
Nurses' quarters in the church ruins, at the south end of the village, sir.
Ask him how many of the Chinese are there, what their defenses are.
佢哋關聚幾大啊？有幾多關係？快啲講！
佢哋關聚好多戰兵，愛心你關住佢營，好多大炮，好多龜軍槍。
Defenders seem to be in company strength, sir. They're on patrol, much as we are, waiting to consolidate with the main force. They posted strong security, mortars and machine guns.
Okay. Sergeant, get a couple of VARs down the hill and give us some cover.
Yes, sir. Nollins, Orlando.
All right, Corporal, get him out of here. You can't expect an airstrike this time, Sergeant. We're gonna have to take it the hard way.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Now, look. You 2 men get down on the flanks, down behind those 2 rocks. When we start down, you open up.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Wexler, you and your group take the left flank. Sergeant, you take the right flank. We move out on my signal. Sergeant, get the bazooka mounted on a truck with a fire team. Have them wipe out that machine gun in the house on the right.
Yes, sir. Whitlaw, Johansson.
All right, on the double, on the double. Let's get it over with. Let's go.
Hey, Teach! Don't die! Don't die, Teach! Oh.
Hey, Lieutenant, here's the nurses.
Frank!
Mary.
Come on now, it's all over. Come on, Mary. Take it easy. Take it easy. Nolans, Orlando, get a fire going in here. Bring food, water, parkas, anything they need. On the double.
Aye, sir.
Frank, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right. You?
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Well, I better look after my wounded. Can we set up sick bay here?
Here you are, miss.
Here, let's get you in this jacket here. Get you all bundled up, nice and warm. There you go. Now, if y'all crave anything else.
Well, hush my mouth. If it ain't a boy from little old Alabama.
Little old Nolans, but who cares, honey child? I've been saving this here just for you. Here, let me tuck it in there. Here, get this way. Get you nice and warm.
Ah, she's warm enough. Feed her.
Yankee.
Sick bay's right in there. The nurses will help you out. Lieutenant Fergus is in charge. Corpsman. Here.
Yes, sir?
Any idea how many casualties?
Not for sure, sir. 10 or 12, I'd say. Guilford's making a check right now.
Okay.
Relations secure, sir. How are the nurses?
All okay. Post security. The hospital will be in there. Pass the word.
Yes, sir.
Right. See if you can raise battalion, will you, Mac?
Yes, sir.
Dragon 6, this is Dragon 2. Dragon 6, this is Dragon 2.
This is Dragon 6. Come in, Dragon 2. Over.
Here they are, sir.
Dragon 6, this is Dragon 2. Have just secured Chin Yong, sir. Now mopping up. Rescued 5 nurses from that downed plane, sir. All okay. Request emergency helicopter evacuation for the nurses and my wounded, sir.
Dragon 2, there's been a full-scale counterattack. General withdrawal ordered all along the line. You're on your own. Move out.
Dragon 6. Do you mean to return to battalion perimeter, sir? Over.
I mean, head for the coast. One Sand's been abandoned. We'll evacuate by sea from Hung Nam. Good luck to you. Over and out.
Roger and out, sir. Withdrawing. Evacuating Hung Nam. How do you like those potatoes? Well, Sergeant, there's the road to the coast. It's a long one, it's high, and it's rugged.
And with 5 nurses, it's really gonna be rugged. Any other conditions?
Yeah. Send out a patrol, see what it looks like. I don't want to run into an ambush, especially now.
Yes, sir. Anybody seen Pacheco?
No, I ain't seen him.
This weather ain't fit for brass monkeys.
Hey, Sarge, how about that, retreating to Hung Nam? I thought we saw the last of that berg.
This ain't no retreat, it's a fighting withdrawal.
With nurses yet.
Hey, you guys see that little old southern gal, Lieutenant Claycomb? Ain't that the cutest doggone lieutenant you ever saw?
Well, personally, I like him with a little more meat on him, like Ensign Fisher.
Well, this war is the way I like it. Co-educational. You guys just watch me.
What for? Just forget those nurses. You're fighting out.
This sure is something awful to be feeding a man in a restaurant business.
Frozen. Why don't you heat it up?
If you don't mind, I'd rather not bring out the flavor. What you eating?
Chinese sea rations. Dried peas mixed with some other stuff. You just put water in and you're in business.
Where'd you get the goop?
Next door in a supply house. Or what's left of it. I guess the Chinese must have left it here when they lambed out.
Give me a taste. Man, I didn't know when I was well off, even if it is froze.
Well, you ain't gonna be well off for long. I warned you guys, and I'm not gonna tell you again. Don't eat the frozen part of your sea ration. You'll get rocks in your guts. I don't give a damn if you get a bellyache, but I do care if you can't walk.
What's a hot scoop, Sarge?
Yeah, when are we pulling out?
What's the matter? You guys getting nervous? We ain't leaving till the skipper cases all the roads. Unless you'd like to light out and stick your neck in a meat grinder.
Just asking.
Just tell him.
Hey, what's with the rest of Able Company?
Taken out for hung nam, same as us. At least what's left of them.
Shut up, Sarge.
Sure, Pacheco. We all misteach.
Nine wounded men. Ilker said 10 last time I was through here.
Hotson's on the list. Died 15 minutes ago. There's another one almost as bad off. 2 more we can't do anything for. I don't think they'll last the night.
You've been wonderful, Mary, really. All of you have.
Oh, plasma has to be thawed. Even the morphine syrettes. It's so cold.
How are your supplies holding out?
Not too good. Low on everything, especially field dressings.
Tried a radio battalion again. Get a couple of coppers in here. Couldn't even raise them.
Frank, do you think we'll make it?
It won't be a breeze, Mary. We'll need a lot of breaks.
You want to hear something silly? For a while I was so busy I forgot where I was, everything. And I heard something say, Mary, better wire Bill and let him know you're safe. Whew, crazy can you get? Wire Bill.
Bill the one, huh?
Yeah. I guess I didn't tell you there wasn't time. Bill Stoddard. He made it to Yokosuka. Had a little time together before my last flight.
I see.
Things changed, Frank.
I didn't expect it would.
I was never happier to see anyone in all my life than I was to see you when you came through that door.
You'd have felt the same seeing anyone. I'm not looking for any rewards, Mary. I don't expect you to fall into my arms like a ripe apple.
Seems to me I did.
Pardon me, Mary. Corporal Reed's taking a turn for the worse. It's critical.
Right away. Frank, you better get some rest.
The patrol's back after reconnaissance on both sides of the road, sir. Seems to be clear. No sign of the enemy.
How far did you go?
Sector D, where the railroad turns southeast toward Hung Nam.
Okay. We're pulling out at 0630. Pass the word.
Will do.
That's the rest of the wounded. Girls have taken all the supplies we've taken.
All right, Sergeant. As soon as we get the wounded loaded and made comfortable, we'll shove off.
Yes, sir. All right, you guys, saddle up.
Pardon me, Lieutenant, ma'am, but I can't help wish we were all starting out on a hayride.
That's a nice thought. I wish the same thing myself. You're a sweet boy.
Corporal, I've been thinking. No. But those girls would feel an awful lot safer if one of us boys rode in the back there with one of them big BARs.
No.
Boost the morale. And...
Well, I'll be up there in the cab all by myself driving. Why don't you come up and boost my morale?
But, Corporal...
Come on. Hey, come on.
All right, you guys, let's go! Palm Beach, next stop.
Morale was high as we moved out, despite the cold and anticipated hardships lying ahead. I wasn't so optimistic, knowing I'd need a lot of luck to get them through to Hung Nam in time for the evacuation. With the temperature 2 degrees above zero, the wounded men were bundled up like mummies to prevent frostbite. Under their parkas, the men carried supplies to keep them from freezing. Canteens of water, plasma, even extra radio batteries. In spite of the delays caused by frequent warming stops, we made fairly good progress. But I kept wondering how long our luck would hold out. Our position is Presidio 6715 in the valley. Target on ridge to our right flank. Chinese mortars and machine guns.
Dragon 2, we'll try to get them right over. Good luck. Out.
Right.
Lieutenant. You sure threw a strike.
See what the damage is, Sarge.
Yes, sir.
Gilchrist. Give me a count on the casualties.
Yes, sir.
Boy, how'd he like that? Even the water's froze.
Fellas, there's just one way to make out with this chow. I just kid myself. It's Tuesday at Romanoff's, and I'm having sweetbreads and mushrooms, sautéed in burgundy wine, and a big dish of tender beans with just a lump of butter on top, and some nice potato pancakes fried with just a little garlic on top of. You guys just ain't got no imagination, that's all.
Perimeter defense set up, sir. 2-man outpost above and below the camp.
Right.
Any luck?
No, sir. This battery's conked out, too. I kept it under my coat like a mother hen.
That's all right, Max. Not your fault.
We'll manage.
Yeah, we'll manage, but when? We stay on this road much longer, the evacuation fleet might pull out and leave us high and dry.
Or high and frostbitten.
Oh, it's no use, sir. This thing won't percolate.
All right, Mac, forget it. Come on over and warm up. We're just gonna have to make port in one day, that's all. Hope the Chinese don't jab it our flanks again. We're short on all types of ammo. We only have 20 effective men left.
20 Marines, sir.
You really love the Corps, don't you, Mac?
Well, sir, I reckon you might say it holds a top spot. Next to my wife. And I've been married to the Corps longer than I have to her. Sir, I'd like to ask you something personal, off the record.
Go ahead, you got the floor.
Well, I know that you and Lieutenant Ferguson go for each other. Oh, a blind man could see that. Why are you saving her for another guy?
Let a guy saw off first, Mac.
Yeah, but you're with her. You risk your neck to find her, to save her from the chinks. The two of you going through all this hell together. If there's anybody entitled to her, it's you.
I appreciate that, Mac, but...
I don't read you, sir. We both had the same basic training. To fight to the limit and give no quarter. All's fair in love and war. That's the way the book reads, ain't it?
Yeah, that's the way the book reads, Mac, but... what would you suggest?
There's only one way, sir. A fast, enveloping movement.
Mary?
Oh, come in, Frank. Hot coffee, Lieutenant?
No, thanks. Just had some. Well, how's sick day?
Most of them are fairly comfortable. The Kirk boy died. If we'd had heat, facilities, he might have made it.
I'm sorry, Mary. I know this wasn't in your contract.
Wasn't in yours either.
Well, by this time tomorrow, our troubles will be over if Lady Luck smiles on us.
Oh, you're not fooling me. Lady Luck is going to have to laugh out loud to get us out of this mess. You know what?
What?
You've never seen me in a pretty dress. You're going to have to remember me like this.
Mary. Are you kidding? I love you like this.
Frank, please don't. I've tried so hard.
So have I, Mary. So have I. Just prove we've both been saps. You know we belong together. I'm not going to let you go, Mary.
Lieutenant! Lieutenant!
I'll see you later.
Yes?
We got the radio working, sir. We got S2 in Hungnam.
With a frozen battery?
Not the battery. I found an old hand generator in Pacheco's truck. Works like a charm.
Our worries are over, sir. The harbor's cluttered with battle wagons. They're gonna cover us like an umbrella.
The field hospital's been set up in the port, and they want all the nurses to report to Commander Stoddard.
Did you say Commander Stoddard?
I thought that was the man's name, ma'am.
It's him. How many Commander Stoddards do you think there are?
But he's in Yokosuka.
They've probably been flying doctors in here from everywhere to take care of all the casualties. Orlando, see if you can raise S2 again, will you?
Yes, sir.
Is it true, sir, that Atlanta's picked the radio?
That's right, Mac. We've got a very bright boy. It was hard to believe, but we were in. In with our wounded, our weary, frostbitten, never-say-die Marines, and Mary's gallant little band of nurses.
Hey, nice timing, huh, Skipper? Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Any special present you want, Pacheco?
Sure. I'd like a nice big plate of Orlando's sweetbreads and mushrooms, steaming hot with no snow on it.
I'll settle for a long, hot bath.
Get the nurses on the wounded division hospital, then report to the doc.
Right, Skipper.
Oh, I sort of feel like Santa Claus, bringing a special present to Commander Stoddard.
What's going to happen to Able Company?
Oh, they'll probably send us down to Pusan, regroup, then back up the peninsula until we drive the Chinese across the border and get this thing wrapped up. Mary, this is our last goodbye. I don't know exactly what to say to you, except... well, I'll never forget you.
And I'll never forget you.
Hungnam. And, as always, the tide of innocent victims fleeing the ravages of war. And the bewildered orphans, the sick, and the homeless. From villages, from burned-out huts and farms, clutching their wretched few belongings, whatever they could salvage. 91,000 of them were safely evacuated. Along with 105,000 men, over 17,000 vehicles, and vast quantities of material. With the evacuation successfully completed, the naval guns and demolition teams went to work on the harbor installations, destroying anything and everything that might be useful to the enemy. Bombs instead of bells on Christmas Eve.
Man,
it sure feels good to have water under my puckers instead of snow.
Well, you better make the best of it while you can, Reb.
Well, look who's here. Hey, New Orleans. Come on and see your little lady.
Oh, where did you come from?
I thought we left you all back on the beach.
No, they decided we were just as important as you gyrene. And we wangled our way on this ship so we could give you our Christmas present.
Nolans, front and center.
Oh, no, not yet.
Come on,
Yeah,
Nolans, this here is a collective gift to show our grateful appreciation and our everlasting affection for the whole platoon.
Where were you going?
With Hung Nam far behind, I felt lonelier than I'd ever been in all my life.
Silence is kind of deafening, isn't it?
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing, Commander. You ever get that feeling that everything's just gonna bust wide open?
Yeah. Got a cigarette?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 left.
Yeah, 1 each.
Thank you. Get it?
Yeah, thanks. You know, out where I just came from, used to have to ration one of these things to 3 men, sometimes 4.
Yeah, I know how rugged it was. I've been in port the past 10 days.
Things have been jumping here, too, haven't they?
Nothing like fighting your way back from Chosen.
Boy's been bending your ear, huh?
No. I heard about it from Mary.
Mary?
That's right. Mary Ferguson. I'm Bill Stoddard. I believe you know about me.
Yeah. What am I supposed to say? It's a small war?
Your wounded arrived as we were evacuating the hospital. Just had time to clean them up a bit before shoving off.
Where is Mary?
You know, I ought to punch you right in the nose for making her fall for you.
Making her fall for me?
That's what she said, and I still think I ought to punch you in the nose. After hearing how she felt about you, well, I had to agree with her. It wouldn't make much sense for us to go ahead. That wouldn't be fair to anybody. So you're not sorry about this, are you?
No, but
That's all right, then. You know, Lieutenant, a brilliant strategist once remarked that if the odds are stacked against you, it's smarter to avoid battle than to join it. Well, I'm going along with that theory in this case. So, take care of her. And good luck to you.